Hey guys, welcome back to the channel doing body language, still on Amber Robertson. And it is something we all do, we've all done, we all will do. A Freudian slip. Our bodies do not like to lie. Therefore, when we are forced to constantly lie about one thing in particular, your brain does these slips. And I catch one. I'm going to play the Freudian slip for you, and then I will end up doing the rest of this interview as well. But it's just 13 seconds here, and she does a Freudian slip, and I caught it, and I want to play it for you. So I'm going to play it all the way through, and then I'll play it and stop it where...
Tell me, every day my son still asks about his sister, and I can't explain to a 2-year-old that his sister is missing and isn't here right now. But
okay, let's listen again.
Tell me, every day my son still asks about his sister, and I can't explain to a 2-year-old that his sister's...
Right there. She wants to say that his sister's not here anymore. She doesn't know how to explain to her son that his sister's not. That's what she says, not. And then she changes it. Let's slow it down for a second and see if it emphasizes it any better.
To a 2-year-old that his sister is missing and isn't here right now.
So it'll be interesting to do the rest of the body language as well, because it looks like she gets nervous after that, right? She could stay in the present tense the rest of her life. After saying that to me, that says a lot.
A 2-year-old that his sister is missing and isn't here right now.
One more time. I'll play normal speed, and I won't stop it.
Tell me, every day my son still asks about his sister, and I can't explain to a 2-year-old that his sister is missing and isn't here right now. But
uh-oh. Oops. Okay, I'm just going to get this out there. The headphones are obnoxious. I know. I've tried 3 recordings without the headphones, and there's echoing, and it sounds horrible. So I put the headphones on, did a recording, and the audio is not matching up with whenever they are speaking. So this will be my 5th recording on them. So sorry that I have these on. There is no other choice.
the news can please tell that you're not seeing me cry on the news, and it's because I can't cry, and I'm trying to hold my emotions so that I can say this as I want.
Okay, let's start with that. I think I have it on slow-mo. Yep. But she is trying to tell everyone that she is not crying because she has a message she wants to get across to everyone. However, this is not a year later. This is not months later. This is days or weeks later. So, if she's wanting to convey a message without crying, you're still going to hear it. Here, here, or here. Because it is emotional and upsetting. Somebody has stole your child. So to try and not cry is one thing, but to see it nowhere else on her is another.
I'm just a lot angry right now. I'm built up and full of anger, and that's why I can't cry, guys. I physically have cried so much it feels like I can't just keep going on, and inside I'm hurting so bad. It's like my heart is shattered, and I can't find out how to put my heart back together because my daughter isn't here. If my daughter can come home with me, my heart can go back into one piece.
That was all about her. She did a news conference about how she wants her heart back together, and if we get her daughter back to her, her heart can go back together. It's not about sleepless nights wondering where Amaya is, who has Amaya, if Amaya is safe, if Amaya is hungry. You know what I mean? It's very, very egocentric.
That's right.
And I just hope until she comes home, she's safe and she's still with us and someone's taking care of her and someone's going to eventually give up where she is. I mean, if you're scared, go to a friend or go to somebody and say, hey, I don't know how to give this baby back. I'm scared. What am I going to do?
Fire station, safe haven box.
Call, tip. There's a safe haven box at the fire station. Put that baby in there, shut it, and leave. I will go pick my daughter up. Please, anything.
Please, anything. I'll go pick my daughter up. Please, anything. Now, if we remember in the other interview, she was scared to go pick up her daughter for fear of herself getting hurt. Very egocentric. Again, I don't know if that has to do with mental health. To me, it says it does. But, continuing.
I want her home, guys. This is really sad and it's hurting me. So please, if that was your daughter or your son out there, you would want someone to bring her right home or him home. So do it for my daughter, please. I'm begging. Bring my daughter home, guys, please. That's all I'm asking.
Do you have a feeling of what might have happened to her? Is there anything inside you that is just saying what happened?
No.
See that? Incongruency there. All right, watch for the incongruency. It's in her lip and her head. And if you notice when she's not talking, her mouth is open. But after she gets asked this question, watch her mouth.
Bring my daughter home, guys, please. That's all I'm asking.
Do you have a feeling of what might have happened to her? Is there anything inside you that is just saying what happened?
No.
Did you see it? Mouth is closed here. If you look through the other part of the interview here, her mouth is never closed.
Is there anything inside you that is just saying what happened?
She doesn't take 5 seconds to answer, but she does take a second. She looks down. She has that micro expression here on her lips, and they're sealed. She knows something. I want to note at this part of the interview, she has stayed in present tense, which would be expected. And that's something else right after that incongruency. My.
Today I feel like I'm getting closer and closer to being able to find her. I get butterflies stating this.
Again, that's incongruent. She shakes her head no.
Closer to being able to find her. I get butterflies stating that she's still with us.
She doesn't. It's not true. She does not believe that.
Butterflies stating that she's still with us.
No, she does not believe that.
This has been one of the hardest moments on me.
See that deep sigh?
Every day
Not
my
important.
son still asks us about his sister, and I can't explain to a 2-year-old that his sister is missing
We already went over that Freudian slip. Oops.
and isn't here right now. But every day I tell him, you'll get to see her soon, because I have a feeling in my heart and down deep that she could still be with us and that she's going to come home.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's all I can keep saying is she.
See that deep swallow again? She does. Okay. And you can see her eyes. No tears. No tears. No eyes watering. Noses were not red. Normal colored. And we haven't heard anything come from the throat that sounds like she is holding back tears.
That she could still be with us and that she's going to come home.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's all.
That's a huge swallow.
Going to see her, because I can't explain to my son when he looks at me and says, "My, come home," or "My, I miss you," because I can't explain and say, well, your sister got kidnapped and she's somewhere. I have to keep going every day and telling him, You will see her soon.
What's the hardest part? Are you thinking about the last moments you saw her?
Every night.
Did you hear the question? What's the hardest part? Are you thinking of the last moments you saw her? The hardest part would be thinking about what your child is going through. How she got taken. Where she got taken. Does she have medicine? Does she have her formula, milk, food, everything? You know, is she hurt? But this is her answer.
At nighttime it hits me at worst. I wake up with moments of screaming and crying. I wake up when I'm sweating to death, I'm panicking, I can't breathe, I have to leave, I have to get fresh air. And the hardest part is all the memories that I had with her and how happy she was. And
okay, she has stayed in present tense up until now. Did you hear it?
The hardest part is all the memories that I had with her and how happy she was. And how.
All right, there was a second one right afterward. Was. How happy she was. Not how happy she is, how happy she was.
That I had with her and how happy she was, and how close mine and her bond was, and how close hers and her brother's bond was.
How close their bond was. And her brother's bond was. Past tense. She knows more than she's saying.
And when she was just getting to the point where she loved to be tickled.
Okay, couple more. Past tense. We're in past tense now. Was and loved. She was just getting to the point where she loved to be tickled. Past tense. Was and loved.
She was just getting to the point where she loved to be tickled. She was sitting up almost. And
again, she was sitting up. Not, she started sitting up, or she is sitting up now. She was sitting up. You can't take away the analysis regardless of the mental health, the educational level, because there's too many of these. You have to apply the analysis. And she is absolutely talking in past tense about her daughter. And at this point, and still till this day, law enforcement has not told her that Amaya's dead. I think they're looking at Amaya's missing person case now as a homicide. But at this point, they have not told her anything. There would be no reason for her to talk past tense.
It gets to me because these are all the moments, and it's like
all the moments.
Robert took what he knew meant the most to me, and that was one of my children. You could have took anything you wanted. You could have done anything you wanted. Don't take my children. And when you took my children, that made you a piece of shit in my book.
Let's talk about that, guys. That's very egocentric, self-absorbed. You took my child. I'll never forgive you. You're a POS. You did anything you could to hurt me. What about hurting their child? So again, she's talking about herself. This is about Amber, not about Amaya. I do believe, in my opinion, Amber Robertson knows more than she's saying about her missing daughter. Like, subscribe, share, or don't. I'll see ya.